At first glance, it looks like a candid, heartfelt conversation, but look a little closer and the cracks start to show. With over 17,000 negative comments and growing public skepticism, this exchange between Meghan Markle and Kern Lima is packed with flattery, questionable emotional outbursts, and questions that seem anything but genuine. Let's take a look at what they said, how they said it, and what they hoped you wouldn't notice.
I have not done a show in no makeup since my 1,000 QVC shows.
Do you think I have? What are you talking about?
You look exactly the same though.
Oh.
You look exactly the same. So, okay, these are some of the hot questions that everyone wants to know.
Oh, okay.
Meghan seems so authentically surprised by that.
Oh, okay.
Even if we pretend these are real questions from viewers, and not just ones Jamie made up, they're definitely not questions everyone wants answered. The more than 17,000 negative comments on top of existing criticism say otherwise. These questions aren't hot at all. Just listen to this.
Do you watch the royal shows on TV like The Crown or Bridgerton or any of them?
I watch Bridgerton.
Yeah?
I can't wait for the other hot questions.
And so do you use Markle anymore?
No, not since I got married.
Not since you got married.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Good to know. This is what everyone wants to know.
Right.
Jamie didn't exactly make that look like a hot question everyone's dying to know the answer to. I wonder if the question was even there.
And so do you use Markle anymore?
No, not since I got married. Not.
Meghan definitely didn't seem to like that hot question. Notice her schooling tone, the kind that puts Jamie on the defensive, making her respond with an unreliable upspeak.
That's what everyone wants to know.
Right.
Meghan sure seems open to everyone's questions, as if she doesn't know these are Jamie's questions.
That's what everyone wants to know.
Right.
Okay, what's your morning routine look like?
Quick, find a question that won't upset Meghan and jeopardize our performative friendship.
I have the monitors on so I could hear both the kids. They get up at 7. So I give myself a little bit of time to either put on workout clothes, brush my teeth, get both of them up. I get them dressed, get them downstairs, make breakfast. And then if I haven't done their lunch boxes the night before, then do that. I love doing lunch boxes. It makes me very happy. And writing a little note in their lunch boxes. Remember when you were doing your first lunch box? I told you little tips there.
Yep.
And then by...
Just in case Jamie had forgotten, Meghan doesn't hesitate to remind both Jamie and the viewers of her great tips. This reveals the real intention behind this trivial account, to present herself as a caring, concerned parent. Unlike the question about her name and Harry's comparison to Diana.
So Harry said publicly, so much of what Meghan is and how she is so similar to my mom. How do you feel about him sharing that?
It's beautiful. I wish I could have met her.
I'm feeling viscerally so happy.
This one feeds directly into Meghan's rebranding efforts, so it's no surprise she lingers on it, even though what she's describing is something all parents do. The problem, the truth here, actually makes Meghan's attempt to appear relatable a lot harder. Listen to this.
And then on other days, then I'll wake up and get them all set. And then our amazing nanny who's been with us for 5 years, she'll take them to school for us. And then...
Other days, or most days, the answer could make a big difference in how reliable Meghan's self-narrative about being busy really is.
Title of mom. It is the thing where you're like, oh my gosh, I just need a break. I just need a minute. I just need a minute. And my husband's like, my love, can you just give yourself a minute? Why don't you go work out? Why don't you go take a bath? I'm like, when working from home and parenting from home, where they are completely converged, can feel incredibly overwhelming. Great, we've done drop off. Okay, the day is done. The kids are in the bath. Can we just carve out time and sit and relax?
You're a New York Times bestselling author.
Yeah.
Would you
So
ever?
are you.
Thank you. Would you ever write another?
Twice.
These days, being on the New York Times bestseller list means almost nothing. It's a curated list, not a strict numeric ranking, and celebrity books get preferential visibility. Rankings can create the illusion that someone who isn't truly popular is popular, which is exactly why Meghan is so preoccupied with awards and rankings. In Meghan's case, her book's commercial success was fueled by major publisher leverage, sympathetic audiences, and ironically, the royal family curiosity factor. She can thank the royals for much of its sales, because critically, the book was widely panned. As the critic puts it, "This is blessedly not a long book. There's no narrative to speak of, merely a series of vignettes in which the relationship between a father and son is sketched out in a series of banalities and badly constructed rhymes." All criticism is completely absent from Meghan and Jamie's conversation, because truth and reality can't be allowed to ruin Meghan's self-aggrandizement. Next, Jamie keeps revealing what this podcast really is, a 1 hour and 30-minute ad for Meghan, which stands in stark contrast to the authentic and spontaneous nature they claimed this conversation would have.
You haven't seen any of the questions ahead of time, and you look the exact same with no makeup as makeup, and we're just...
That's very generous.
This isn't a conversation, it's an infomercial.
And if I can come in with a little sprinkle of fairy dust just by wearing a bracelet or doing something, and that changes the course of their business, that's a huge honor to be able to have that kind of impact for someone. You know, I mean, that man loves me so much. And, you know, look what we've built. We've built a beautiful life. Thank you for letting me be.
You made me cry. Good thing I have no makeup on. I've had your jam in my refrigerator all year. No one knows. No one's seen it. I have not posted it.
I have so much.
And I just like all of it. Anything you drop is so good. One of the things I love most about As Ever, my daughter, who's 6, just made cookies with flour sprinkles. Yeah. Like, we look like we know what we're doing.
You do.
I mean, we could open a bakery.
You could.
And it's because you're doing the work for customers in your products. That is huge. That, to me, is like a 1 in a billion key to success.
1 in a billion, really? And anything you drop is so good. That's classic hyperbole, both in Jamie's word choice and her overly dramatic intonation.
My daughter, who's 6, just made cookies with flour sprinkles.
Hyperbole is a key indicator of flattery. Flattery, unlike genuine praise, is inherently deceptive. And here, Jamie generously shows us exactly how it works. Hey, I just wanted to say you're a fantastic person.
Wow, sir. Thanks.
And not just that, you're authentic. Honestly, you make me cry.
Really, sir?
Really, you must never doubt that. But most importantly, you're a team player. Now, a fantastic and authentic team player like you doesn't mind working overtime this weekend, right? Right?
But I've worked overtime all weekends this year, sir.
Right, sir. Good. I knew I could count on you. And the infomercial continues.
I don't want to buy the stuff, but I also don't have time to make all the stuff. So where's the hybrid? Where's the piece that as a mom or as a friend or as a spouse, you can have your hands in the creation of the joy.
Yes.
Not just the purchase of the joy, but the creation of it. And it's not a heavy lift, that it's enough that you can go like, I did this for you.
Yes.
Creation. Way to make jam and flour sprinkles sound revolutionary. Or, if they can make a hybrid like that sound extraordinary, even though it isn't, what else might they try to sell as extraordinary, despite not being so? Meghan's writing skills, Meghan's cooking skills.
The cookies, we just add butter. I'm like, I've got this.
Just add butter.
I've got this.
Yeah.
I want to read this quote in closing. It's a very famous quote, and I want to read it, and I'm going to try not to get emotional.
Oh, Jamie doesn't have to worry about that. There have been plenty of times when she's been emotional, but didn't look or sound emotional at all.
And I'm going to try not to get emotional because as your friend, as another woman, as a person who's had the gift of seeing glimpses inside of what you carry and deal with every day. Like, I'm so freaking proud of you.
Thank you.
And I just hope, I don't know, I'm getting emotional.
Jamie spends more time talking about her alleged emotions than actually showing them. Why? Because there's nothing real to show. Everything in this conversation is performative.
Because
What do you do when you clearly don't know what to say? You fall back on the same old manipulative group identity rhetoric.
as another woman,
By saying, as another woman, Jamie deflects from the criticism Meghan has faced, criticism stemming from her own words and actions, and reframes it as an issue that should concern all women. It's a calculated use of group identity rhetoric to downplay personal responsibility. This kind of framing shifts the focus from individual behavior to so-called collective bias, sidestepping accountability while appealing to solidarity and victimhood.
I love so much what you and Gwyneth Paltrow did recently.
Oh, how funny.
Because out there, they love to pit women against each other or
Yeah.
compete or this or that. And, you know, we've all seen it. We've all had experience of like that in our own life.
Yeah, people, I think women were really fired up of like, yes, clap back, enough.
Yes. And
Yeah.
It's interesting how Meghan and Jamie parrot each other. Here, Jamie reuses Meghan's word, gift, making her observations and this whole conversation sound far more special than they really are.
as a person who's had the gift of seeing,
You can see me reflected in a way that's the me that you know.
yes.
And so what a gift that is.
Once again, Jamie leans into the victim narrative, hoping that people will ignore everything Meghan said and done, from damaging claims about the royals to self-aggrandizement and pretending to have skills she doesn't. All of these contribute to her negative public image.
glimpses inside of what you carry and deal with every day.
Nobody prepares you.
No, I mean,
it's-
but even down,
yeah,
sorry, but even down to like the national anthem. No one thought to say, oh, you're American. You're not going to know that. That's me late at night Googling, what's the national, I've got to learn this. I don't want to embarrass them. I need to learn these 30 hymns for church.
Glimpses inside of what you carry and deal with every day. Like, I'm so freaking proud of you.
Thank you.
Hyperbole is a hallmark of faux empowerment. If there really were something to be proud of, it would be obvious. You wouldn't have to say it. And how can you even be proud on someone else's behalf? Jamie's flattery knows no bounds.
I hope every girl and woman who's going to listen to this and watch this, who maybe is tempted to sit on the outside and think they don't have what it takes or they can't face the battle that might come with them putting their idea out there or their heart out there.
Jamie consistently uses group identity rhetoric as a diversion tactic. Meghan hasn't simply put her heart out there. In fact, one of the biggest issues with this very interview is that there's no real heart at all. Everything Meghan and Jamie say feels performative, self-aggrandizing, and self-serving, beyond the fakery in Meghan's ventures into areas where she lacks qualifications, whether it's writing or cooking. She repeatedly displays a strong sense of entitlement and self-importance. Because of this, Meghan isn't comparable to every girl or every woman. Many women actually possess real talent and personalities that protect them from backlash. In other words, this podcast is the last place anyone should look for genuine advice. Funny, isn't it, how many truly talented people never face backlash? It's almost as if talent speaks for itself. No need for hour-long podcasts trying to convince everyone how great they are.
One of the things amongst many that I love so much about you is you're in the freaking arena. You are. You're in the arena. And you are a living, breathing example of going for it. You're putting yourself out there. And
What Jamie neglects to mention is the why. What made it possible for Meghan to be in the arena and to be going for it? The answer is simple. The royal family. It was the royal connection that paved the way for her Netflix deal, a partnership that began with the docuseries used to criticize the very family that made her a household name. Because it certainly wasn't Suits or 90210. Well, some things are better left undiscussed. And why does Meghan keep putting herself out there? Rebranding. Not bravery, not empowerment, just a calculated, self-serving effort to reshape her public image.
I have women in my family, multiple generations, who sit back and they're like, gosh, I wish I would have. I wish I could have. And so,
or if you're watching Jeopardy, even if you don't know that the answer is right, still shout out what you think the answer
shout
could
out
be.
what you think it
and
is.
it's okay if it's not right.
Yes.
That's empowerment now. For real? Will we ever get to the quote?
I was literally praying before this interview today, and this is what kept coming to me. And I think that all of us together collectively in our own lives can almost like lean into this quote. So
Talk about a pretentious build-up, carefully instructing people how to feel about the quote before even saying it. It's a perfect example of the performative nature of this entire interview. Meghan and Jamie seem to believe that reality will bend to their words. If they say they're authentic, people will believe it. If Jamie says the quote is something to lean into, it magically becomes profound, even though nothing could be further from the truth.
all of us together collectively.
Collectively, exactly. That's the giveaway. Group identity rhetoric has been Jamie's go-to tactic throughout this interview, and she can't help but reveal it. But tactics are empty without sincerity, and the more than 17,000 negative comments speak volumes. If anything, they show how people, collectively, didn't lean into the quote or the podcast or the performance.
I was literally praying before this interview today.
Looking at the sheer number of negative comments, I think it's safe to say Jamie's prayers weren't exactly heard. I wonder why. Surely it couldn't be because what kept coming to her were really just her own thoughts echoing back.
This is by Theodore Roosevelt. It's not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong woman stumbles, I'm going to paraphrase here, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the woman who's actually in the arena.
Thank you so much for that paraphrase, Jamie. Without it, I don't think anyone would have grasped the message. Really, I mean that, authentically. I hope I don't get emotional. Jamie reads for another 40 seconds, and then this happens, authentically and organically.
That is you, my friend. I love you. Thank you for trusting me with your first ever podcast and with your friendship.
Yeah.
And with,
Means a lot, Jamie. Thank you.
yeah.
The absence of tears doesn't quite match Meghan's whisper or her smiling. The mismatch makes the moment feel performative, a feeling reinforced by what follows.
Means a lot, Jamie. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you. I have something for you.
Oh gosh.
You're the one always giving gifts. Why am I so emotional?
I don't know. Why am I so emotional? But we do kind of always get emotional in the rocking chairs.
It's true, because we're in the rocking chairs. It's the energy of rocking chair friend.
The question isn't, why am I so emotional? It's, why do I keep saying I'm emotional when it's clearly not true? Meghan went from whispering to sounding like herself again in no time, almost as if she was never emotional to begin with. Wait. And speaking of inauthentic emotions.
Now I heard there are Sussex chickens, and I need to get a couple of Sussex chickens to add to my flock. I'm so excited. Got my girls. Yeah.
Personally, what I find most exciting about this is how Meghan's excitement never quite reaches her eyes.
Chickens to add to my flock. I'm so excited. Got my girls.
Nothing in this interview is authentic, which is exactly why they're so busy branding it as such. That's another glaring red flag. If you liked this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. What part made you emotional? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.
The cookies, we just add butter. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I've got this.
Just add butter.
I've got this.
Yeah. And I need to get a couple of Sussex chickens to add to my flock. I'm so excited. Got my girls. Yeah.
Honestly, have you ever seen anything like this? No.